Hi, welcome to the Me and My Bass series. In this series, I will bore you with some interesting facts about some of the basses or bass related or audio related stuff I own. I will tell you how I did purchase it and why. Further, I will tell you my humble opinion about their playability and their sound. Today's up. I'm really excited about this. It's a very important bass to me in the history of bass guitars, I think. The Aristides 050, the prototype 05 from 2009. This bass is made in Holland. It's a one-piece construction. The body and neck are molded with arium. That's a special stuff. I'll talk about that later. The fretboard is rosewood with pearl inlay. Compound radius is 10 inch at the nut and 16 inch at the 22nd fret. The nut is a Graph Tech. The frets are Dunlop frets. The machine heads are Hipshot ultralights. The neck width is 47 millimeters wide at the nut and 65 at the 12th fret. The neck profile is C-shaped. The scale is 34 inches. The weight is 4.2 kilograms. The pickups are two Seymour Duncan a quarter pounder baseline pickups. Controls are a 2-band active tone control, 2 push-pull volumes, one for a slap contour and one for a true bypass. The bridge is an ABM aluminum bridge and the finish is matte black. I'm not sure about the preamp. I read somewhere that it is a Mac, which also is in Warwick basses. These basses are discontinued as from February 2023. That's only 2 months ago. They are currently working on a new model. I traded this bass with my friend Edwin. I will talk about the way I purchased it later on in another episode. Why did I trade this bass? Well, I love basses not made out of wood. And you may have noticed that this bass isn't made out of wood. Indeed, this bass has been molded in 2 parts, making an exoskeleton, and it has been injected with arium, which is a scientifically developed ideal tone material made out of different resins and solid additives to create a relatively light and liquid material. The end result is a mixture of resins and particles that creates millions of tiny sound chambers that can resonate freely in all 3 dimensions. But first, what and who was Aristides, the maker of this bass? Well, around 2008, the Dutch-American firm Catalyst ceased to exist. I also got the Catalyst bass. You can check that video here. That firm made guitars and basses made out of a non-wood material and used a patented ingredient called sound compound. The people behind Aristides bought that technique and refined it and called it arium. Where Catalyst made only 4 more traditional looking instruments, Aristides took a total different approach. All the models and guitars and this only bass model looks very modern. But after initial launch and the spacey models, they now also produce more traditional looking instruments like Telecaster body style guitars. What had Aristides to say about this bass when launched around 2010?
The Aristides 050 is Aristides 5-string bass guitar. Both its look and the sound it produces makes this guitar an extraordinary instrument. The minimal weight and intelligent weight distribution makes the 050 a true pleasure to perform with. The bass is produced as a solid Arium die-cast form, which means that there are no dead spots along the neck. The 050 sustain and tone are unrivaled in any other bass guitar production today.
Anyways, what is so special about this particular bass? Well, it isn't a production model. It is a prototype, like it says in the title. It's number 5, prototype number 5. This prototype is made before they started the production of these basses. And while the production models have several layers of paint on them, this one only has gotten one thin layer of paint. Is that a problem? Well, it starts to come off. I'm not sure if I will contact Aristides to give it a proper paint job or not, because it looks quite unique. Further differences are there is no logo here around the 12th fret. The knob layout is different. It has 2 volumes for each pickup. A balance knob to balance both pickups. And a stacked pot for the 2-band EQ. And lastly, the strap buttons are no locks, but regular ones. Enough talking, let's take a listen. First the bass solo and then in context with drums and guitar. The signal flow was as usual the bass direct in my into my UAD Apollo Twin, which had an MPEG SVT simulation running on it. I used the Rock A preset. What do I think of this bass? Well, let me state this first. There is no way I could have come up with 3,450 euros. That's what this bass would cost new. So I'm very happy to find this in the second-hand market. It plays great, and although I had some troubles with 5-string basses in general, this isn't really the case with this bass somehow. Maybe the combination of weight and a slimmer neck makes it a joy to play. Well, that's it for this episode. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And I thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time, I hope. Bye bye.